Conventional retirement planning is missing one very critical variable. And I'm going to share that variable with you in a second. First, let me introduce myself. I am Daryl. I'm the financial strength coach. I do these videos to help you create safety, simplicity, and most of all, financial strength at any age or stage of your journey through life. Traditional retirement planning, it goes something like this. We have assets, whether they're tax deferred, tax free, doesn't matter. Income could be Social Security, annuity, pension, dividend income, rental income, streams of income. And then we have expenses. And this is where I'm gonna focus on today is in the expenses, because I think we're really missing something, which is why it says right here, is anything missing? And it is. Now, when we do this kind of analysis, we're gonna look at growth rates and different growth rates for our equities, bonds, and that. We're going to look at inflation. We certainly want to take inflation into consideration, and taxes. Can we save money on taxes? But we're missing one critical element. So that critical element is healthcare expenses, all the medical expenses. And I'm going to show you what a typical 77-year-old would pay in medical expenses. I think it's going to really blow your mind. But first, let's examine why this is the case. Look, I believe it starts with a lot of the literature says that you should derive your retirement spending based upon what you're spending in your working years. So there are different rules of thumb. I prefer just to really do the work and figure it out. But a rule of thumb is 80%, let's say. You would replace 80% of your income, even though in retirement, every day is the weekend where we spend more money, but still. So maybe you would say 80%. The problem is that when your mind frame, what you're thinking about is that 80% of your overall pay, maybe you're paying for health insurance through your overall pay, but maybe you're not paying a lot, right? Like I'm self-employed, I pay a lot. But a lot of people who have jobs and have health insurance through their employer, and it's not on the radar. It's only on the radar when we consider not having a job or being retired. But what about when we are retired, as we age? Can those health considerations, those medical expenses be large? Yes. All right, so I have this really cool software that I use for all my retirement plans. And there's a company called Health Services and the data flows in from Medicare. So it's actual Medicare billing. So it's really good information. And I think you're gonna be really surprised. So this is a 77-year-old couple, right? So let's just say the husband and the wife are 77, right? Now, think about this. If they're 67 now, which they are, that's 10 years from now. So there's gonna be a lot of healthcare inflation. So, and the software just determines this, right? See, we think of Social Security, you think I'm going to get a $3,500 benefit, but then you don't realize that Medicare Part B comes out of that money, and then also taxes and in other things. There's IRMA if you're making too much money. There's all kinds of stuff. So Medicare Part B for this couple would be $7,000 when they're 77 years of age. It comes out to about $290 a month, which it's about $170 now. Right, so I don't really argue with the numbers. I think that they're pretty good because of the rate of inflation, certainly on healthcare. Part D, which is prescription drug coverage, $2,500. Medigap is that supplemental insurance. That's going to be about $8,000 out of pocket. By the way, if I uncheck Medigap, then the out of pocket goes through the roof. Out of pocket doctors and tests, hospitals, and prescription drugs. So this part's surprising. This is about $24K a year. That's $2,000 a month. Now let's think about this in the perspective of you have this mind frame that you're going to spend $5,000 a month and you got $4,000 in Social Security or these different income means. But where the problem comes in is that when we have huge numbers like this, it's not intuitive because we're not used to it, but it is real. It is real. So please make sure that when you are putting together your plan for the rest of your life, please make sure you are considering all of the healthcare expenses that unfortunately we're all gonna need as we age. Questions or comments, you know how to get me, and thanks for watching.